Hey friends, it's Stephanie from Behind the Designs, and today I am going to be doing a few crafts for my craft room. So I have a bunch of little organization things that I came across, and I have some Cricut. I use my Cricut Joy to create some labels, and we're going to have a little fun doing that today. It's Saturday, so why not? Let's get crafty. All right, so first thing I have on this list is this rotating tray. So you can see it has like this adorable little scallop. I picked it up from the Target dollar spot, and I have the sticker off to the side. This is the sticker, if I can stick it. If you can see a little bit of the number. And I picked up two of them because I do have an IKEA shelf. It's like a 2 shelf, so I can like fit bins in it if I wanted. But I'm going to use it for these trays. And I'm going to put in the trays some supplies that have needed to be organized for quite some time. And here, let me show you why. So I'm going to try and set this off to the side. Lots of things are around me because of all these crafts I'm trying to do today, because they have been in my craft room unfinished, and today's the day to do it. So let me show you how I've had these supplies that I'm going to put in here stored thus far. Okay, so the camera may need to adjust a little bit, but as you can see, I have all this crafty goodness, some Mod Podge, some texture paste. All of this has just kind of been in this big bin. So I want to separate it out and into these rotating trays, and so we're going to do that. So here's the tray I've already finished, and what I did using my Cricut Joy was I created a title for what's going to go in here, and then I just kind of wrapped it in this fun little floral. So that is going to hold all of my art mediums. This one is going to hold glues, adhesive, and tools. You may not be able to see that too well, but I am going to try and do this on camera. I will speed this part up. But what I'm going to do for the moment to kind of keep this rolling is I'm going to put in here what needs to go in here. So in this case, we're going to use my gesso paint and my texture paste. We're going to put in some Mod Podge. And I'm just going to kind of face them forward. And that will help me easily find them. Let's see, we have some gel mat. I think I have 2 of those. Yes. One is a soft gel, one's a regular gel. And I have my Liquitex. I think I have 2 of those, correct. One is matte and one is clear gesso. I'll put this in here. It's crackle medium. I cannot tell you the last time I used that. So, and then some Heidi Swap transfer medium. And I think that was all I was going to get in here. So now these are just all in my rotating bin, and I have this adorable little floral pattern with the title. So I'm going to put this on the shelf. I'm going to get the things I need to set this up, and we're going to do this first so I can get that out of the way. All right. Okay, so to help me with this, and I've got a lot of moving parts, so I'll try and cut out what doesn't need to be in there. So for this, I am going to use this cup caddy that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. To save a little bit of time, I have already pre-weeded out all of the wording and then all of the floral designs. I think I have enough. I'm missing one. Hold on. Okay, found it. It accidentally had fallen away. So let's see. I need my transfer tape for this. So I've got this big roll, And anything I can, I will try and link in the description box below, but also know that all of the items that I'll be using are in my Amazon store, shop, storefront, whatever you want to call it. So, feel free to click on that link and head over and you'll see all the things I use in my room. I am hitting everything because I kid you not. Everything around me is pretty full. Now, with these, let me cut this. With the rotating trays, just like, being left-handed, I do struggle to get things on straight. So I am hoping that this is going to go on straight. Okay, so we have this. Let me take off. Well, I guess it doesn't matter about the paper, right? And I do have an abundance of fuzzies all over. Okay, let's get this on. Now, usually when I'm putting on this, I do want a straight line though. Let's try this way. When I'm doing something like this, like a long word, I will usually, fold over my Cricut transfer tape backing just to get a better handle on the, oh, I'm not going to be able to do it that way, am I? Let's see. Let's see if I could do it this way. It gives me a little bit more control over putting this tape, onto the words. It's not a perfect system, but every time I do something Cricut, I always try and perfect what I have done the last time, because there's always things to learn. There's always tips and tricks. And let's see. Not terrible. All right. I am hitting everything, so I apologize for that. Let's see. Let's get this burnished on. And one thing about the adhesive is that it is sticking on my backing, and I'm hoping it doesn't tear up any pieces, thankfully. So I've got, a little more extra transfer tape than I kind of needed. I probably could have cut this down a little more, but we're going to kind of go with it and see how well it works. Okay, here's the challenging part. Always for me is getting it on straight. So let's see if I can't get these weeded out. Okay, just took a moment to fix my microphone. It was kind of bouncing all around. So here's another trick I want to show you. So when you're taking your tape off, if your letters aren't quite sticking a lot or sticking very well, you can put your spatula, or I don't even know what they call this, under the transfer tape, and you can kind of pull this along to help, because that edge is kind of pushing down the vinyl as you weed it away. So in this case, I'm pretty good, so I don't need to do that, but that's just a little trick for you. Okay. So here comes the challenge. Now you probably didn't see it on the other one, but it was a smidge crooked, but it's for my craft room. It's for me. I'm okay. Now, let me set this down for a sec. Prior to putting any type of vinyl on, like anything that's wipeable, I do try and use some alcohol spray, and then I wipe it down just to get off all the oils and the fingerprints. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tilt this up on the tray, get this on, I'm going to get these transferred, get these on, and I'm going to speed up this whole part because it can take a while for me to line things up. So that's what I'm going to do, and you can kind of see it in fast mode. Okay, so you saw a few, obviously, well, maybe you saw, maybe you didn't see, just a few errors. Again, I mean, it's close, but again, I got it on a big Cricut. And in the back, on the last flower set, let's see, was it here? Where was it? Maybe, yes, I think it was here. It was a bit close over here. I probably could have moved it over, but it now has all of this. Very cute. All right, and now we're ready to fill it. So for this one, again, it's going to be all of these things. I did consider, I'm going to put this in the middle for now. This is my blue wide ball jar. And I do like that it is like centered and that I can pull out the tools that I need. And this one doesn't have a whole lot to it, but I'm going to put these in there. And I think the other ones I'm going to wait on. And again, my microphone might be jumping around, but hopefully it's clear enough because, again, I am happy this is done. I can get working and not worry about this. And I still have room to put some things. So that's what's going to go in here. I'm going to put this one away and I'm going to pull out the next one. The only other thing to note is that I do have this leftover floral strand from the side because this one had longer words, so I used less. So I will just use this somewhere else in my craft room. So this one as well I'm going to set aside. Okay, let me get this out of the way. All right, so next is a few other storage containers. So these I am not adding Cricut to, and you'll see why. So all of these, I'm not even sure how this opens. It must just lift up, but all of these came from Target Dollar Spot. And look how cute these are. As you can see, I've already filled one with my lame, whatever you want to call it. Lamy, I think is how it's pronounced. Fountain pen inks. And it all fit in here perfectly. I've got it all in one location now. And what I'm able to do with this now is set it on top of my clear container that holds all my pens. And now I just see this beautiful floral at the top. So I loved these so much. So I bought another one and then a square one. So let's get these opened. Oh, here is the tag. I think you can kind of see it. In a bit of ASMR. Let me open this. Okay. I mean, it's kind of like Christmas. Other than I keep hitting my hand on that big square container. You know, I'm opening all these things and I'm finally getting to use them. Now, this one here, I haven't decided that what I'm going to use this one for is all of, let me grab them. These have been kind of floating around, and I thought this was the perfect place to keep all of the extras from my washi tape shop, clear pet tape washi. So, you know, when I did that book spread in my Bujo, I used these and I was cutting out pieces that I wanted. And so all these extra pieces, and I have these for a lot of items, can now all go in here and I won't lose them. And I love that idea. So I've got this all squared away. All right, next one is, let me get this one open as well. Oh, here's the tag. All right. Okay, I will probably cut this opening out because this one was difficult. So this one, let's see how this opens because I hadn't even opened this one yet. Oh, there we go. Oh, so it all comes off. Okay, that works out just fine as well. So this is an adorable daisy pattern, and it's on the lid as well. And then this one, again, I'm not going to put vinyl on these only because they have already these beautiful floral patterns. So if you haven't caught the vibe of the craft room, it's for spring, all the florals. So in here is going to be my glue sticks because I'm not a huge fan of them. I don't use them often, but they're always like rolling around. So I've got my glue sponge pens. I've got these little guys here. I have one left that this actually wasn't going to go in there. That was going to go in the other one. So I'll set that aside. So this one is going to hold all of my glue sticks because these little guys, you know, they were rolling everywhere and getting in my way. And then I can easily just close it. So how cute is that, right? So I've got those now. All right, we're going to keep moving on. Let's see. I'm just moving some things out of the way so I have space to work with what I'm going to show you. I do have a bigger item coming that I'm probably going to have to clear some things out for. So, but for now, we'll leave it like it is. Okay, so here's those. And now I don't have an exact use for this next thing just yet, but I couldn't resist it. So how cute is this, right? Now they call it a vase. It is the shape of a book. And this is an opening. So let me get it open. And here's the tag, should you want it. All right, and let's see here. Here we go. Okay. Whew. How fun is this, right? This is so cute. Look at all these florals. Let me gush for a minute. Look, so spring. Okay, so I don't have an exact plan for this. I may put in some faux florals. I can also use it to hold my plastic happy planner discs if I wanted. So that's an option. So again, this is in my room. I don't have a use for it. I just wanted to share it with you. Okay, next is I started bringing in more Copic markers to my collection, and I grabbed this off of Amazon, and I'm going to use it to hold my Copic markers. I did buy 2 of them. There's 6 trays. I'll show you it all set up. And I've got another one here, either for more Copic markers, or I do have some glitter watercolor pens. I may put those in there as well. I'll see if they fit. I'm a little leery about turning them on their side like this because I'm not sure if it would ever leak out. But either way, I've got 2 of these. I'm going to show you it all set up. Okay, so here is the marker container all set up. 6 stackable pen storages. You can, so there's these little slots right here and there. So you can set these, they stack right into each other. Either to do this as sort of like a waterfall, or you can stack them straight up and down. Totally up to you. I've already put in the Copics that I did have, but these are some new ones. These are called Floral Favorites, and I may have a duplicate or 2. This is a duplicate, so let's see what I've got. And even if they are, that's okay. The question is, I don't know if I want to put them in order of color or like their category. I think I'm probably going to do it this way. So let's do, actually, we've got VO5. So I'm probably going to be moving these around occasionally. If I put them in order by their number, so there's VO5, what's this one? 13. 13. Oh, that's RV though. Well, it doesn't matter. Let me just put these in here so that you can see. You can put yours up however you want. I was originally thinking I would do like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, brown, purple, black, or whatever other colors I may get. Gray. Here's some greens. So I'll start these over here. And look how easy that's put together. Here we go. Here's a look at it from the side view. And now I'm all ready to go with my markers. Now this one as well, I'm going to kind of put off to the side because this was something I was hitting off over here and I don't want to knock it over. So there's that. I am going to get this out of the way because, let's see. Okay, just getting some things out of the way so I can bring more things in. All right, so these next two things are not storage, they're decorative, but I need to show you because they kind of fall into the, you know, my favorite bow category, so everything bows. So, and up till now I left the tag on everything so you'll be able to see it. So this also came from Target Dollar Spot. It is a bow, a gold bow door hanger. Here's the tag. All right. And as soon as I find my scissors, it is super cute. It's going to hold, you know, you can have it hold a wreath, a sign, whatever you'd like. But I loved it because it was a gold bow. So here's something I found. Okay. Here's the next thing. It's going to get kind of up close and personal with you. But this is again, so much dust. But this is technically a laptop stand, but I'm thinking it would be great as a planner holder. Let me grab my planner. Okay, so it's not the greatest representation because I do have things in my planner that, again, I don't want to show. So this is great as a laptop holder, which is what it's designed for, but you can also use it for your planner. And then you have still all this room down here that you can use. So, you know, you can tuck in whatever. You can tuck in your mini, another planner. This came from Hobby Lobby, I believe. It was Hobby Lobby or Marshall's. I don't remember. Here's the tag. And yeah, so this one's a great addition and I love these bows. So let me go ahead and move this out of the way, get my planner out of the way, and then I have the last one. Okay, for the last one, it is tall. So I'm going to kind of move this out of the way. I need a little bit of room. I do have some things in it already, and but I wouldn't be able to tilt it and show you. So I'm going to try, let's see. I'm going to try and get this over here. Okay, so here is some of my paints. I'm going to pull the things out of it so that I can bring it in and show you. And then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I have all of my chalk paints. I've got some alcohol inks. As you can tell, it's going to hold my paints. I've got some of these. this. Almost done. More paints and a water bottle. And then I have all of my brushes in this cute little gold dot jar that I found years ago. I'm pretty sure it came from Home Goods. And these are just all my general brushes. You know, I use it for Mod Podge, mediums, painting if it's not watercolor. I do have specific watercolor paint brushes, but they're not in here. Okay, so here's this one. Just trying to make sure I have it in view for you. So it is a 2-tier 1-2 scalloped tray, and it rotates. So I had all these things setting in it so that I could get them where they needed to be. And I love this. So again, it might be a bit close with the camera, but that's how it works. Let me get this off if I can. I might have to rip it. Okay. And it does have the tag on it, so I'm going to leave that there for a moment, but here's the tag. It's Marshall's. So what I'm planning on doing, since the tag is on that side, I can get that off later. Let's see if... I don't know that this is going to work for that, but we'll see in a minute. First, what I need to do, I do want to put a little bit of a label on here. So for that, I did print off, I printed off 4 of the same thing, and I was going to do one on each side of the rotating tray, but one of them cut wrong, so I'm only going to do one side. You get the picture. So let me get this weeded out, and then we're going to get this on, and hopefully I will get this one on straight. It frustrates me because although it's mine, and so I feel a little better about that, it still frustrates me that it is crooked. So I realize nothing can be perfect, but I do like to try and get it as almost perfect as possible. And this is weeding pretty well. And then as you weed out your vinyl, don't forget to make sure you don't lose the eye if you have the dot on the eye if you have any. All right, so now I'm just taking out the middle of all of the letters. And it just takes a few minutes time, but it goes pretty well. So there's one. Let's do these together. I mean, I'm not going to put them on together, but let's do the same. Then I can put this weeding tool away, which this is as sharp as that other thing I always poke myself with. So it's probably best I don't keep it laying around. So again, in the middle of the letters, I didn't lose the I, so I'm good, or the dot on my I. And I'll be happy that this video will be done because I've had these things floating around. It's one of those things I needed to get done, and so today is the perfect day to do that. So I am all ready to go. I'm going to put this away. And then I'm going to quickly do an alcohol cleaning on these trays. It's just easier if I do it off camera because it's so big. Okay, so I did this side, and alcohol can be so drying. I'm debating which one I want to use. I had this tape that balled up on me. The question is, will it come off easy enough for me to work with it? All right, I'm gonna go with it. Okay, so same thing, I probably want to do it this way. Again, hopefully I'm in frame. Let's see. So all I try and do is measure get the letters to the bottom of one of the lines. That helps to at least get it on a little straighter than if I just willy-nilly jumped right in. So I'm going to cut off this extra paper so that it is not sticking all over. And I only need this size because they're both the same size, so we're good. Let's do a little burnishing. Okay, and all it says is paints and brushes. And again, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this to stop wobbling. Let me see. I'm looking for something. Okay. It's perfectly imperfect. Let's see if I can't get it all a little more in frame for you. Okay. So I'm just setting this up on this cradle to give me a little bit of stability since it is rotating. I don't want it rolling around while I'm trying to get this on. Not that I get things on correctly, but just something for a little bit of help. Oop. And just be careful it doesn't stick before you're ready. I keep doing it. Okay, so let's do this. Let's just roll with it. And for these, I'm trying to make sure that my letters are on there well enough that I won't have any bubbling in it. So that just helps when you're doing your burnishing to really just be gentle, but you know, make sure it goes on well. Okay. Moment of truth. The other thing is as you're pulling this up, you just have to be careful not to scratch the acrylic. Now, one way you can avoid that is, I'll show you. Okay, so here we go. Was off camera a bit. Again, there's only so much space to work with. Okay. I still have the top to do. But what you can do to save the hassle of using your pick tool to get the adhesive up, or transfer tape, is you can just fold a bit of the edge over and just covering that, because again, you know, I am one to do that. It helps to keep it from having to use that pick tool. Now hopefully, yeah, there we go. All right, so here's the bottom. Let's get this one on and then we're done. And I can kind of get my room put back together. I think it may be, let me see if it's too close. Nope, we're good. Okay. Again, just make sure it's on there. I use both Cricut and one of these. This one here came with the cradle. Any one of them is fine. Sometimes I am not a perfect Cricut crafter, so I have had a number of things have air bubbles in them, and that's, you know, maybe because I use this instead of this, because this has a very sharper, much sharper edge, I should say. Not, it is sharper. And And so maybe it had something to do with that. I don't know. But just a tip for you. Okay. Now comes the chore of trying to get it on in almost the exact spot as the other one. How can I do this? Let's see. Okay, so I had a bit of a camera issue, so it may have cut out at some point. I hope not. So let's do this. So if I kind of play it by ear, I can almost say that we want to start it on this one here. Okay. And I put it down and it rolled up on me. See the stress? Ooh, crafting. And now I lost which one I was working from. Oh my word, it is not going very well. Okay, so that one. So we're going to work off of, because I am a bit crooked, that's probably why. I think this is about good. I may have been able to go down just a little bit further, but this will work. Again, it's just for me. It's my craft room. I don't have any, huge desire or requirement that it be perfect. And I'm going to run this one over again because, again, I don't want it to have any air bubbles. I'm trying to minimize how much that's coming across in the camera shake. Okay. There we go. All right, so there is now my two-tiered tray ready for the paint. I'm going to move some of these things out of the way. And I'm going to put the paint back in here. All right, so we've got on the bottom, I wanted the heavier paint. Again, no rhyme or reason. Let's just get these back in here. And I can tuck these little bottles in the middle. All right, and then I have my alcohol paints, or ink, I should say. And then all my fun little folk art paints in very much spring colors. We got greens, a little more. We've got blue and purple, and then we've got this little water bottle. I've got a few of these paints. Okay, so this one is all set up. Hopefully that's still in frame. We have this fun little study. Okay, I'll try and get it all in here. We have the two boxes. No Cricut, but they're ready for storage. We've got this box. We've got this fun little gold bow door hanger. Oops, I've got my marker storage. Did I forget anything? Oh, I do have the rotating trays, but they're not going to happen because I have no more room up here. So these are all the new fun craft storage and, items that I picked up. I've got some Dollar Spot, I've got some Amazon. I will link anything I can in the description box. anything Amazon, you can check out my storefront. The font, if you're wondering, of the font that I used, which I used across all of the rotating trays, it is called BFC Blueberry Pancake. And I just measured the space that I had to put it on and cut it that way. And so I've got a little bit of everything, and I even have some that aren't in the picture because, well, I can't get them in the picture. So the other thing I was just thinking about, since this is going to be in the middle of the top of this rotating tray, I could put up here paintbrushes, but you know, that's another day. This is all that I'm going to be doing for today. And let me make sure. I was just checking to make sure I'm in frame here. So this is everything minus the 2 rotating trays. There's just no room for them. And how fun is all this? I'm done. I've shared it with you. I hope I've inspired you to get your craft room organized and even add in some fun and different storage options. I know a lot of us will go with, you know, plastic or whatever. Like, these are plastic, but they have this cute little patterns on them. I just love it. So again, hopefully this has inspired you to do some fun new organization in your craft room, or just get organized. Totally up to you. So I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And if you like this video, I hope you hit the like button. And if you want to see more of my videos, hit the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. That's it for today.